too rich, too lit. I'm too lit. I'm too rich. I'm too rich. I'm too lit. I just did it on there.
No, but like, not the way we was doing it though. Let me show you real quick, bro. I'm telling you. Hey, bro, I have an ear, bro. You see? Why, bro? What are you saying? I'm just humming. Auto-tune is fine. Alright, so listen to it, and I kind of give you like a. Cause you know what you're saying.
Like blue.
But that's just the melody.
Carson, keep it like that. I'm just trying to move on.
I'm just put on the bottom. You just go right on top.
I'm not trying to ride on top. I have you mix it.
What do you mean, bro? Like, what the fuck? That's what's part of mix. Bro, the plugins, bro, Jack.
Just you have to do your job. Listen, let me ask you a question.
Plugins are the last thing on the list.
Can I ask you one question?
Like,
can I ask you one question?
Jack.
Can I ask you one question?
Plugins are the last
thing. Are you going to listen?
That you focus
on.
on.
Can I ask you a question? Are you going to listen? If someone book you for a session, and some youngins come in here, and I need you to book a session, are you going to try to tell these youngins how to do this shit, yes or no? Or are you just going to sit there and press? I'm just asking, yes or no?
You want me to make your shit sound good, and you're not singing it on key. So I have to tell you to sing it on key to make it sound better. Oh, that's making my job better. So if you're not singing it on a key, then I cannot make something that's not. I cannot do that.
You can't do that.
The auto-tune is supposed to enhance something that's already on key at least a little bit.
Your job is to make it sound good.
Bro,
that is the whole job. It's like shooting a movie.
Me telling you.
It's like us shooting a movie. Like,
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
Me telling you the key to go on, that's me being a good engineer. If you see it happen,
because he'll have to transpose it, and it'll make your voice sound overly compressed.
Some of the top engineers, they help their artists. Listen. Bro, they do it all the time, bro.
That's cool, but I don't need to do that.
Mission: return the phone.
Turn the phone. Hey man, you can just come back and chill, man. You ain't gotta be like that.
Just get right, do good vibes.
You ain't gotta come back, bro. You ain't gotta act like that. It's just music, bro. It's just recording. Like, you having fun. You blowing my vibe. You probably killed your own high. You know what? I keep forgetting you're 23 too, though. Tell me about it.
I'm not an engineer, bro.
No, you just in there fucking off, though. You was making it serious. You just been like, all right, cool. It ain't that deep. You ain't fucking off. I ain't even that serious about them joints. That's off a free beat. That's just songs I just work on in my notes.
Right.
Ain't like I'm dropping it like that. We in here vibing out.
Cook up some new.
Yeah, we in here getting content. That's what you in here for. Getting content. You in here just tripping out about some key. You just in there fucking off.
Right.
Carson, you be making beats?
Yeah, I make beats.
Like
boom bap.
Hell, me too, bro. Me too, bro. I only do boom bap. I do soul sample chops. I got the I mostly use Serato sample, to be honest.
I have Serato. I have Serato light, but it's so confusing.
I can give you, bro. I can give you the crack Serato via low. I got it on there. I have it on my other SD. I might have to file on my phone though, to be honest.
There's a fucking little controller I have. It's called
Steam Deck.
it's still burning up.
Yeah, we get a whole introduction. Start from upstairs.
Yeah. Starting from out the door, open it. I bet.
All of
Yeah, no, you got the door.
Shit, you was supposed to be just chilling in the engineering seat.
I'm tryna get high, feel the vibe tonight. I see the blurs pass in the city lights, and I swear to God it leaves me hypnotized. I'm tryna get high as a satellite, and I'm going around your eyes like a spiral. Y'all cannot contrive to the level I be rhyming. Now I swear to God that I'm taking out your vibrance. Your vibe is behind what I see right through in my eyelids, decisively cutting crews. Y'all cannot feel what I do. I move through you, sorta like a bullet, not a tulip, but I'm pushing through your ground like burning every sound bite, burning like formaldehyde. Y'all ain't heard the realness, but this is what it sounds. Trying to make it to a stage in a place that's heard. Right now I'm on the wings of this basic bird, trying to find a clue, but the trace is burned, and I'm collecting every check with a face that's smirked. I'm perplexing, y'all cannot catch this. I'm breaking through your essence, taking it back now. I'm breaking away your message, feel it all right now. I'm poking y'all like one foot on the gas and the other money on next. I got one foot on the gas and the other.
And so I sat down like 2023. I was listening to hella different music. Like every different day I was listening to a different genre. I really would just study music. Right. And I was like, all right, bet. I kind of know what direction I want to do and kind of base my music upon feeling. Where like I can say the most simple shit, and but just how the way I'm piecing it together, you gonna feel it every line. You feel me? Right. Like so. To how, because art is not something that it's not something like math or academics. There's no definite answer. Right. It's an ever-changing answer to what society, what time, and who your audience is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's some niggas that are going to hate your music, and they can't explain it why. They just feel that way. They just don't like it. But there's gonna be some niggas that love your music, and it's just we're in an era where everybody literally could have an audience. It's just you have to weed out and find your audience. And
if I look at somebody's life and they've never had a subversion of expectations, then people will call them bland and boring because they've never been through shit that'll actually give them personality or like a story worthwhile telling.
And it's well like it goes further back beyond life, like beyond art appreciation itself. Like it's just how life goes. Why do you think some niggas like shawties who could challenge their personality, who are aggressive, who give off that energy? Yeah,
because I hate that shit. I hate that shit. I hate that shit. Don't come to me acting like a pit bull.
Some niggas like that shit because like they don't want their life to be bland. Some niggas love the opposite, where like I like a shorty that gives me peace of mind because of how they're living their life.
I gotta give me a little snack. I don't smoke. You know what I'm saying?
No, you good. As we're sitting here talking right now, there's billions of people in the world. They don't know we're sitting here talking right now, but we acknowledge that there's a reason why they don't know. It's up to us to put ourselves out there so they can find us. Words is words, but actions is different. What you do at this point in time, you can't change. Right now, there's probably an infinite amount of possibilities that could have happened by us getting to this point. But we're here now, and this is the life we live. And it's like, once you do something at that second in time, it's set in stone. You cannot change it. So if you put yourself out there, it's out there. Like it's people just have to feel the waves of the energy and hopefully gravitate to it. But that's what's funny about life is there's an equal amount of chance that it might not happen.
It's kind of
like that's why it makes people appreciate their art more, because like boom, you blow up tomorrow, right? You're top artist in the world. You have to show gratitude. Like that's you have to some extent, because even if you literally shit on everybody, you turn into a cocky person, you're not going to do anything to jeopardize your career. That means subconsciously you're appreciating the fact that, hey, this shit had a chance of not working. Sit there in the chat just to give niggas motivation, like, hey, we gonna make it. Believe.
Yeah, all you can fight for in life is to make the opportunity more equal. You can only decide on like your actions, not on anybody else's actions or reactions to what you're doing. Yeah. Kind of like, and what you were saying about like being drawn to like certain energies or something, like when I got the interview or like that impromptu interview for Backstage, I wasn't supposed to be at Dancing Goats. And so I go to this spot called Dancing Goats and I meet these guys. I start talking to them. They run a magazine. I'm in journalism. So I'm like, yo, like, let me get onto and I got like an internship because of that.
You gotta be real appreciative. That's why I really believe like there's a creator out there, like, because when it comes down to everything like we experience in life has a formula to it to some extent. If I put a plant in the ground and I water it, give it sunlight, it's gonna grow. But when it comes to other people, you can't 100% know what they're gonna feel. You know what I'm saying? I could play the hardest song in the world, and you'd be the one person in the world that doesn't like it.
One dude bobbing their head.
Deep down, you're not gonna like it, and I'm not gonna be able to understand that. You could tell me a whole bunch of reasons. Oh yeah, 808's off key, whatever, but they're not. You just don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's funny about the world.
And that's why you have to watch out for who you surround yourself with, because there might be people, like, even in your closest circle you show your music to, they might either be being fake, but they genuinely don't believe in your sound. They genuinely don't believe in your shit.
Like that, I was speaking. Actions mean so much, bro.
Yeah.
Because like obviously we live in a world where currency and money runs our world.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just like you, when you shot the video for me, I asked you before anything, like, hey,
oh yeah,
Nick, what's the price? Let me know. I'll save up for it. I'll work towards you, whatever. And you told me, hey, get me on the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you had to believe in, you know what I'm saying, the relationship to a certain extent, and which I did to let you shoot the vid, because I didn't at that time, like, saying it is most respectful, I didn't know anything about what you could do, but like it's just taking those chances, kind of what makes art fun. Like, before, he is my manager now, like, before, like, I sat him down, I was like, hey, be my manager. Like, he didn't really know that much about the style of music I was trying to do, but he sat down, he took the time to listen to it, and like eventually started discovering songs from similar artists he liked himself. And like, it's just like taking the time out your day and the actions to actually sit there and listen and build. You can't take it for granted, bro. Like, that's why, like, there's a lot of people out there where like we're I'm not on good terms with, but at some like current point in time, like, we were working together, we were collaborating, and
it makes no sense sometimes. It happens.
It's really just the randomness of life. Like, and I can only speak for myself. Like, if me and somebody stop working to a certain degree, we're not on speaking terms, something big would have to happen. Like, he knows I'm a big forgiving person, and I believe in, like, people being able to redeem themselves if they're given the choice to. But I also firmly believe, like, if I give you a chance and you fuck me over, I'm gonna stay. Damn, like, we used to be so cool. Like,
I be telling him, I'm like, nobody's the same. Like, no person's the same after 2 years. Every 2 years, you're a different person.
There's so much stuff. Obviously, to you, you're not gonna feel like you changed because you've grown every step along the way.
Yeah.
But if I just say I don't talk to you for 2 years, I bet in 2 years something's gonna be different about me. You just have to be cordial with who you want around you, and like really just fight for what you want in life, right? Hopefully life rewards you with opportunity and you make the most of it.
It's like realness is like fostered in action.
Yeah.
Or some shit.
Like, so it's just like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if we could just lock in and work, I believe it'll work. I believe shit will work for it, bro. Like, I believe it. And that's genuine.
And when you're assembling a crew, what characters do you look for in people? Like, what, like, attributes?
Understanding, mostly. Like, it takes a lot for me to, like, especially, I think people overlook it because, like, I probably don't make it a big deal, but like, if I'm willing to sleep at your crib or something like that, it's a big deal for me. Like, and like, literally my body's shutting down for a couple hours, and I trust
maximum trust
to watch my body, basically. Like, niggas obviously
don't
think of it that much, but like, that's really what's happening. Like, if I'm somewhere feel uneasy, it don't matter how long I've been up, I'm not falling asleep. It doesn't matter how much I have to drive back home, I'm gonna drive back home. And like, I'm gonna take that risk. But like, it's just like, I look for understanding, and I try to look for, like, you know, purity of heart and like kindness and whatever, like, to a general aspect. Like, I know some, like, I have friends that are just naturally rigid or naturally just aggressive and grumpy, but like, deep down, niggas have a good heart. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's that understanding that, like, I'm an angry person, but like, I'm not doing angry shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's what I kind of look for in, like, friends personally. But like, it's changed. Like, as time goes on, it changes.
Like, I feel like it's different from like choosing friends and then building a crew.
Yeah.
Right? Because choosing friends, obviously, you want somebody with a kind heart who's reliable.
That's facts.
And then also, like, you can have a kind heart and be reliable, and I just don't like your personality. We have to be compatible with each other
like,
to be friends. When it comes
to building, like, I would say a crew in, like, music, dedication, and kind of like loyalty, to be honest, bro. Cause,
work
like,
ethic, reliability.
And reliability and loyalty. Because, like, me and trusting, like, someone with my art, basically. Like, basically letting somebody in my creative process and whatnot. I'm trusting that like even when I'm not there in the room, you're gonna hold your own and treat. Oh yeah, this song's really good, and then somebody else comes in, that shit's ass, bro, and they genuinely mean it. You know what I'm saying? So like it's just like I kind of look for people who are willing to hold, because I'm gonna try and do the same. Like if there's definitely been songs that I've played from like AJ from my friends and they don't like it, but if I feel like it's genuinely good, like I could tell you after we did the Dogs video, that drive home, me, GTA, Bryce, Solomon, and I played the song for my dog Squanto. And let me see if I have the text. Squanto like said your verse, like, hey, I see the vision. This shit's hard. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Playing on how people like, you can't force them to like what they don't like. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just, I just look for that, like, you know what I'm saying, loyalty. And I'm not gonna sit there and like, hey, song's totally ass, completely ass. I wouldn't have did it. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just like, I have respect for y'all, and I see what AJ's trying to do. I see what you're trying to do. And like, I've never texted you like, hey, this shit's garbage, take it off. Y'all have never done that to me. Like, that's why I sent you the song, because I'm comfortable with showing you my music even when it's not done. Because I feel like until you put a song out, that's why like leaks, I kind of understand why people get frustrated at leaks. Trash, because like the song wasn't ready to be presented to you. So like, you know what I'm saying? AJ showed me the song when it was just his verse. Hey, I see the vision. I would love to get on it. Did it like the same week. It was fire. Like I fucked with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's not the best mixed vocal in the world, like Drake standards and people who hate it, I liked it. I liked the fact that we went out, shot the video, everybody was there. Literally, y'all had spots in mind, but we was kind of just working on spontaneity, and I found that fun. Yeah. Like, it was just in the moment, you had to be there. When we got kicked out from the security guards, like, you had to be there, like, to experience it. So then it's probably a moment we're gonna talk about every time. Like, if somebody, that's the first video. Hey, you know Nick? Hey, yeah, I shot a video of him and we got kicked out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just an experience. So like, that's how I kind of like choose my like people with music. But obviously, you know, I'm human. I'm gonna make wrong choices. But it's through experiences and through life you kind of learn to, you know what I'm saying? Dude,
when I got the camera stolen, bro, I swear I waited in the parking lot for like probably 20 minutes before my phone died, and I was like, bro, I gotta go up and tell my friends what just happened. And then some of them helped loan a good percentage of the, like maybe 50% of the camera was bought with other people's money too. And so I was like, I had to walk in, and I was like, dude, like straight up, I left my car unlocked and the camera got stolen, and literally not a single one of my friends was even remotely like vindictive or like blaming me. Everyone's like, well, it just happens like that.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Like, it's just understanding, bro. Like, and I'm pretty sure, like, to get to that relationship where even y'all living together and you're trusting the person to pay their rent on time or whatever, it takes a lot of overtime building, you know?
Dude, it does.
Yeah, and like, you have to weed out people that are just there to be around you at that time, and people who are actually wanting to be your friend long time. Yeah, you're in the right to, hey, leave. Like, if you came to me, even like, I don't know you 100%. You don't know me 100%. Yeah. If you came to me like, hey, Josh, I have nowhere else to go to, can I spend nights at your crib? Yeah, you can. I feel like I would let that happen. Is there going to be certain boundaries? Yeah. And I'm going to have to learn who you are.
Yeah, each day is kind of going to let you know.
Yeah, kind of just let me know, and like through, like,
see, bro, you eating your cereal or something.
Yeah, like, nah, if I come down, like,
bro comes out with a notebook.
If I leave my house and I trust you enough to keep you in there even when I'm not there, and I come back and you're wearing all my clothes and you eating all my food, it's like, hey, what the fuck, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like through like experiences and stuff, kind of just gonna let me know, like, you know, like, there's a lot of, like, me personally, I hate when people know where I live. Like, I would never throw a party at my crib. So me even letting a nigga pull up to my crib, even if it's to get something, says a lot. Stuff like that. And like, I kind of I have a habit of like, I want to like if I'm meeting somebody and like I want to see who they're friends with, because I could tell by how you treat your closest friends. I could tell how
at that time. And so when I meet you, because one of my best friends at the time, Bryce, met him first. And this is the first time I'm seeing Bryce actually hang out with a nigga like this. And so Bryce is talking about something. Oh, yo, bro, meet Josh. Oh, what's up, bro? Bro, just what's it? Sincere sitting down on the hall, like mixing some shit up with his little sound box. Josh is just like bobbing his head, and he just says, "What's up?" And the interaction to go. But the more we hung out as a group setting, I was like, "Oh, this guy is just a normal kid who was interested in music as well."
It's just like meeting certain people. Like, as much as like we could sit in the studio and I think, "Oh yeah, I know Nick."
Yeah.
Like if we go out and do like some real life shit that has nothing to do with art, like and stuff.
That's
like,
when you really get to know someone.
That's when you really like start to learn about.
Or like what people say about the waiter, how you treat the waiter.
That's why I was like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, hey, I'll be telling AJ, like, he's like, hey, we should go to the bars. I'm like, let's do it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, let's do it. Like, we're already good friends through music. Like, let's become friends through life. Like,
Dude, for real.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I was like, hey, if y'all want to pull up my crib, just let me know. I'll set it up. If y'all want me to pull up on y'all crib, just let me know. Respect y'all boundaries. Whatever y'all say, like, kind of goes. And we just work. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, hey, even if, like there's been times with Sincere, like, I pull up to do music and we just end up playing video games. That's just how it goes. Like, can't force creativity.
Pull up to do music and everyone's just talking.
Like, that's why I tell everybody that, Hollis, AJ, everybody, like, yo, if y'all ever just want to pull up and like hang, let's do it, bro. Like, as long as niggas don't got nothing going on or nothing, like, there's no reason not to.
There's gotta be a natural balance between hanging and
you know what I'm saying?
stewing.
And it's gonna help like better the chemistry.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the difference. What's it like? I have a friend named GT. I live with him. Who, like, obviously I trust him to come to my crib. Honestly, all of the niggas that I'm still friends with, they used to pull up to my crib without even being invited, and they'd just be cool.
Yeah.
They make plans using my crib. And I'm in the group chat. Everybody going to houses after school. I'm like, excuse.
Like,
all right, yeah, say less.
Even if like the principle of it was bad, it was a great thing to see so much people collectively like view his house as a place of trust.
It was
a place they could come to and really just get away from everything happening outside. Because that's how it was for me. Like, my parents were really strict when I was like 15, 16, basically whenever I could drive. Or like whenever I was like getting old enough where I had a permit to drive. I wanted to be outside all the time, but like my parents were really strict. Like, oh, you're trying to go somewhere, sit down. You're going to end up in trouble. But like once they met him, they were like, oh, yeah. Because it was really a second home for me.
I was like in my friend group, if somebody said Hoss is gonna be there, their parents would allow them to go.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually insane. And what's it? There was somebody, I'm not gonna say his name because I just don't want to blast his name out. But we were in a different group chat. I had since moved to like a different crib. He's talking about something. Everybody trying to go play ball at Hoss's crib. I don't know these other people that are in the group chat. I'm like, bro, I don't even have a basketball. I don't even have a court. I can't do that.
Yeah, it's
like, I like
people you don't know. Yeah, come on.
It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me to invite somebody to my crib, it means a lot to me. You know? Especially, I have a little sister. Like, at that time, my sister was like right next to me. Like, for me to even let somebody come to my room, which is right next to my sister's room, like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's a big barrier of trust. Like, you know? So it's just like, you know, my mom's in the crib, my dad's in the crib. Especially like how crazy life is now with guns being accessible to like anybody.
For real.
People like literally 1 out of every 50 person like has done a robbery or some shit. Or something. Like, it's just, you gotta pick and choose like who you really trust for real. And like you gotta like have trust in friends. Like, they'll protect what's yours like it's theirs.
Yeah. And like what you were saying, like learning a lesson is hard. Like, bro, we're all kids. We're all gonna choose the wrong people at some point. Until we grow up and we realize. And then after that, after you like learn the first 1 or 2 lessons, if anything like that happens again, you're just naive. You're just too naive to like not trust people. And it's okay to not trust people. It's okay to like count people out.
It's
of your
okay
life.
to do that.
Yeah.
You have to build. Like, you have to understand the consequences of that. You know what I'm saying? And like, you just have to live that way. Like, if you choose to live that way, you have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? You can't have the best of both worlds. You can't go to your friends and be like, hey, fuck y'all, breaking them down and then expect them to have your backs. Yeah. You know? It's kind of like you're just being greedy. You're just being selfish. So that's kind of like where I leave on that. Like, nope, type shit.
For real.
Yeah.
You don't have a sense of identity yet.
As like you get older, like when you get to like teenage years and you start to have experiences outside of what like your parents control, I would say that's when you kind of start to learn more about yourself. And even as an adult, when people say be yourself, I take it as they're not saying, oh yeah, you should act a certain way. Like, I take it as, hey, actually look at who you are right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no really way to be yourself because you don't even know truly who you're supposed to be. Yeah. Like it's just watch what, like, pay more attention to what you're doing, pay more attention to how you're interacting with people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or how you're interacting with life. Like anything. Like, it could be work, it could be chill, it could be people, it could be love, it could be anything. Like, be yourself is not really like, hey, act a certain way. I look at it as more like, hey, look in the mirror. Take a look in the mirror type shit.
Like, the people say that, like, say if you were a parent or something, right? You have a kid. People are saying, like, your kid's a total stranger when they start going to school. And it's true. You like, there's no way your parents are going to know any of, like, all the details of your life after you go to school. And they're not going to know all the drama until, you're probably breaking down about some girl or some guy who, like, broke your heart or something.
That's why, like, it's really sad, but, like, it kind of does make sense why we have so many, like, mental issues, kind of, like, you know, sad to say, like, suicides and stuff like that, because there's some people out there who are, like, there's a lot of people out there that are not fortunate to have, like, the comfortability to open up to someone about their problems.
For real.
It builds, and they start looking for an out, and everything they've been taught, like, obviously from, like, a general standpoint, suicide is bad. But, like, then they start like, when you start to say stuff like, oh, be yourself, act a certain way, whatever, everything that you think you know about what's right and wrong goes out the door. And, like, just say, I'm bullying you, but we all know bullying's bad, but nothing's happening to me because I'm bullying you. Like, obviously you start to think, like, oh, maybe I'm the problem, maybe bullying's good,
because you're being yourself,
because you're starting to look in the mirror like, hey, if they're not being punished, or, like, but this is supposed to be bad, but they're doing it to me, it must be good.
Internalizing.
Exactly. And then you start to you start to question everything about what you've been taught.
Because at that age, labels are so important.
Yeah, at that age, labels are important to you, and, like, what's going on, or, like, what happens to you is really important to you as well. You kind of take it as, like, oh my God, this is stuff that's, like, happening outside of the world I already knew, which is my home, my parents, like, what that you're accustomed to. And, like, when you're doing stuff like school, like, how people are reacting to you, how teachers are reacting to you, they don't go home with you. They don't, like, outside of, especially teachers, like, a lot of people, it takes a lot for them to build that trust to tell teachers about their problems, because, one, you're scared that they might run off to a principal and, like, tell whatever, or they might tell your parents. And two, like, a lot of people think teachers are only there because they have to be there. They really genuinely don't care. So it's like they're not even giving them that time of day. But in terms of, like, mental health, they feel suffocated, especially because in your teenage years, it's kind of like if you have, like, a bird, like a pet bird, and you're letting them out the cage for a little while, but only in a specific zone. So they think they're being let free, but you have to bring them back at the end of the day, and that's what school kind of is. Like, and you can only hope for the best, because you can't walk with your kid the whole way. You know what I'm saying? You have to let the bird fly on its own, and kind of figure out how its own sense of flying. And that's what, like, being a parent is, like, so important. Like, every step of being a parent is really important, because what your kid's gonna pick up on what you do, what the people around you do. If I'm bringing a friend to my house and my kid's watching them, and my friend's a abuser, whatever, like, anything can influence a kid. Like, you never know when, like, the switch is gonna turn on and the kid's focused on what he's seeing.
What's crazy is a parent is a kid's first influence, and because it's their first influence, is their oldest influence. Like me, Josh can tell you this. Anybody can tell you this. In high school, I didn't cuss. I never cussed because my parents didn't cuss. They never fought around me. So I grew up with a different perspective of how a relationship should be, how you're supposed to act in front of kids. And I started cussing like freshman year of college. After I got away, and it's insane because even though I was being influenced by all my other friends around me who were cussing like crazy, if I cussed at that time, my heart would sink because I felt the genuineness off my parents, and I didn't want to let them down. Even like he's saying, like, even if they're not there, like with music stuff, even if Josh isn't here and you're talking about his music, that might hurt me because I'm like, I believe in him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's like, influence is such a strong thing.
And I feel like going back to, like, you know what I'm saying, like the be yourself stuff, like, you kind of have to. Every person, if you want to thrive, especially in this world more than any, because times just get dangerous as they go along. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have a sense of control in your own life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
you every action you put out, every word you say, even if it might not be the right word at that right time, you have to have a sense of control, like restraint. Like you have to, you know what I'm saying? You can't just let stuff fly. I could, if I feel angry and I go out and kill somebody out of randomness, you have to accept that you're gonna get put in jail, or they might kill you.
Or the new modern term, crash out.
Exactly. So like, I feel like people, mental issues, especially like in teenage years, they kind of play a big part, because as you're growing up, you're gonna like, there's gonna be more moments when your parents aren't there to back you up, your friends aren't there to back you up, and it's just gonna be you and your thoughts, and you're gonna have to face them. You know what I'm saying?
And people, like, everybody sees the world differently, but not everybody's, like, if I'm seeing you, like, the way I see the world is I see it through like a story. It's weird, but I see it kind of like, if somebody were to be directing this movie, this is how it would go. But I don't know what the next scene is, but I'm like, I just view my life in a movie. Some people might view their life in music. Like, they might be hearing the horns and traffic and everything like that, and be putting that together into a beat as they're just walking down the street. And it's insane, because not everybody, like, when you're growing up, not everybody sees it the same. Everybody now knows not everybody sees life the same as they get older, but people think that the way that they think is the way that everybody else is thinking.
Correct.
And it's insane, because if I'm a deeply mistrusting person, and I see you do something, like, say if I'm a grimy person, right?
Yeah.
Like, I've snaked people, and I like trust you with something. As I'm walking around, like, I'm going to be thinking, oh, what if he's grabbing me? What if he's grabbing me? Because I'm projecting my personality onto him. I don't even know who he is for real.
That's very true.
So it's kind of just like, as you get older, you have more understanding that, like, not everybody is really the same. And, like, it's such a general, like, statement, but, like, as you get older, it means so much more. Like, and that's why as people get older, they have more understanding. Like, from a general consensus, not saying that everybody's the same way, but, like, it's kind of like, if you're hella wise as a child, people say you have an old soul. Like, as life goes on,
That's true.
You're more understanding of certain stuff. Like, hey,
It's going to sound simple, because it's stop procrastinating. Like, even, like, I think back to the most times I was stressed. Obviously, I had some personal stuff going on. But, like, with school and everything, like, you be stressed about school, just do the work. Like, once you do the work, the only thing you're stressed about is stuff you can't control. And, like, being stressed about stuff you can't control and being stressed about stuff you can control is two different things. Being stressed about something you can't control, like, at least you have an acceptance of it. You just know you have to process through it. And that the only way you can process through something you can't control is time. But processing through something you can control is just doing it. It's like not procrastinating. And so, like, there'd be so many times I'd be like, oh, this assignment's overdue. Now I got another assignment overdue. Now I got another assignment overdue. Like, I understand it might stack up on you if you, like, are too lazy or something. But, like, when you're doing all you can do, you should have at least a certain amount of peace of mind, I feel like.
Yeah, I think I agree. In terms of ask the question, like, especially through art, like, especially because there's so much artists nowadays, like, there's so much different types of artists, there's so much people making art. Slow down and actually try to get an understanding of why you like something. Like, there's so much people here, and it kind of goes in and out the door, and, like, it can happen in, like, literally a single scroll. Like, you ever something caught your attention, you happen to accidentally swipe all the way up, and then it refreshes, it's gone. Like, take the time to actually sit there and, like, think sometimes, like, hey, I wonder why I fuck with this so much, like, you know. And it's just like, I feel like that kind of brings positivity, because not only does that influence you, that also, like, makes you appreciate the art more. And I feel like if people appreciated art more and creativity more, it would kind of make, like, their own perception on their own creativity and art a little bit more worthwhile to them. Like, you know, that's why I was like, I've been making music forever now, and it's like I know for a fact, like if I get to where I want to be, for a lot of people it's gonna seem like I came out of nowhere and this shit happened overnight. But I feel like it was very necessary for me to live life first, for me to like learn how to appreciate something first, because when you're doing something like art, where art is so powerful, it could take over your life, it could take over your mind. Like you basically, when you're putting yourself out there and you're being vulnerable with something you created, you're basically like putting yourself out there for people to judge, for people to have criteria on, and for people to look at. But you kind of have to like keep a leash on it if you want a peace of mind. Like, hey, I have to own this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you put it out there, even if you're trying to go for something like a mysterious look, you know deep in your head, because like in your head, in your like peace of mind, it's just you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just you, and whatever you envision in your mind, you control. And I feel like people lose sight of that and they don't remind themselves of that. So when people think a bunch of people are looking at them a certain way and they're judging them, like, you have to kind of take a step back, recollect yourself, and go back in with hopefully a more positive mindset, but not in a mindset of like, okay, I need this positivity unless my life is over. It's more like, I need to understand why I'm feeling this way about whatever I'm experiencing.
I feel like being content is a big thing right now, and where, as like, if we're going back to like teen or like college years and stuff like that, when you're given homework, it's an assignment that you have to do, either if it's in your interest or not, right? You have to do it. People are not interested. People who are not interested enough to give themselves homework to learn about their own thing are the people who are too content. Right, there are people who are thinking, oh, this is going to be easy, like, or podcast might be easy, or easy lick, but like with the music stuff that we've been talking about, especially with the underground stuff, I'm literally like, hey, send me musicians who do this song, let me learn about this, and I'm not like, you have to get out of the mindset of this is an assignment, and you have to get into the mindset of I have to be interested in this wholeheartedly so I can actually, kind of like you were saying earlier, you're like, I wasn't posting a lot because my heart wasn't in it. I'm posting more than I ever have because my heart's in it more. It's like that. You have to change your mindset from how it's been building up since elementary school. Homework, yeah. And everybody's saying, do your homework and you'll get to what you want to do. So now when you're thinking, oh, this is what I want to do, oh, but doing this is a burden. It shouldn't be a burden. It should be something you can grow with.
The biggest part of like the homework piece of like basically sacrificing your time and effort through art is understanding. Like I was saying, like, you have to come to an understanding, like, hey, if I'm doing all this and I know for a fact I could be putting more time into it, there's definitely somebody out there outworking me, and like they deserve it more. You have to you have to understand that. That's why it kind of like goes back to what I was saying. Like, if somebody was like, hey, complaining over something, like, not saying that people aren't allowed to complain, but I'm going to, like, if you're not giving it a good percentage of your effort, can't sit there and complain. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to try. You have to apply yourself to your own art that you're supposed to trying to leech onto me, because that's what kind of music is nowadays. Like, you're trying to grab that audience's like attention, and they're going to vibe with your music through you. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why like rollouts and like pictures and content is so important now, because audiences, like especially kids who have access to social media, they're past that, oh, just hearing the music. They want to see the vision behind it. Like, they want to see more. Like, there's you like, even if a video right now came out of, I don't know, Barack Obama dancing to Cardi, like, they don't want to hear just, oh, Barack Obama was dancing to Cardi. They want to see the video. They want to see it now. It's like word of mouth is not good anymore. Like, back then when people couldn't afford really TVs and there wasn't like a general consensus, like TVs are out, people were listening to basketball games on the radio.
For real, yeah.
Announcer was a big thing. Now, like,
Let me tell you.
Being there is the biggest thing. Like seeing it is the
You're
biggest
right, bro.
thing.
If we were back then, bro, the way I'd be capping my ass off, I'd be like, yo, what's it? Somebody from the Middle East is dancing to Sub 2J right now.
Yeah, like as the world continues to grow, like digitally, and like as we grow in technology, the footprint we leave only becomes bigger. Like especially with AI and kind of like these systems they make to listen to us, like our phones listen to us and whatnot. Like it's gonna just get bigger and bigger and bigger. Where like obviously it can play out really good or bad depending on who's sitting behind the chair operating it, but like it's like we're gonna have to be real careful about what we say, what we do, and like people are gonna have to end up appreciating life more. Yeah. When I went to Colombia, I told my friends, I was like, hey, no joke, it looks like people over there are enjoying life more because they don't have this.
Bro, I'm Colombian. I go there like once a year. Yeah. Every time I'm there, or every time I hear someone go there, so I hear some guy say, "Yo, bro, we should move here." I'm from both, yeah. And so like every time we're there, because like your $20 over there is like 80 or maybe more, and so it's like someone's always gonna say like damn, I wish I could live here, but then you're missing out on all that American opportunity, the baddies,
so like, when I went over there, like all I knew about Colombia was the bad pieces, like oh yeah, drug lords, people shoot people and whatever. I didn't know like anything about Colombia because like it wasn't my first like country of interest, like maybe like Japan or something like that. Like so when I went there with my brother, and I was like, oh god, we're gonna have to watch ourselves and whatnot. I was proved so wrong. Like people there, like they were nice, they were happy, you know. And like I was fortunate enough to like go to like the countryside where some of the kids there have never seen a person like me, and they're touching my hair, they're stuff like that. Like, and it was just differently because these people who I would living the life I know with like American technology and like all this technology, if I was like transported to their lifestyle where I don't have this, I don't have that, I'd be like, oh shit, this sucks. But like they seeing me, were just happy to see someone from something so different and kind of like they're enjoying life way more than the average American is. Like over there, I feel like over there it's kind of like
party every day.
Mental health is less because they are given the natural order of equal opportunity more. Obviously, due to society as a global standard evolving, like natural opportunity has decreased. It's kind of like, that's why they say it's kind of like who you know, what you know type shit. But like over there where cell phones aren't really a thing, because cell phones technically are being controlled by someone. You could always trace them back to who's at the top. And whoever's at the top has the most opportunity given through something that's digital. Like Mark Zuckerberg could literally make, like he could post a video and make it go super viral just by making it appear on everybody's phone. Like, so it's just like, but when it comes to the natural order of life,
no one can control that.
No one can control that. It's out of everybody's control.
I feel like,
so it's like, you know, you appreciate it more.
I feel like this country like focuses on greed and gluttony, because if you see like what people from England, bad example, but like people from England eating American food is literally content. Like, and they're like, oh my gosh, people eat this every day. Like, our fast food stuff is better than stuff that they've eaten.
But then, like, if you understand it, our whole country is built off greed and gluttony.
That's what I'm saying.
Like if those pioneers or whatever didn't come here and were greedy to take other people's land, this nation wouldn't be here.
Manifest destiny, all that shit. And then what's it? Like, they focus on your attention span, your your and then they make apps to account for that, because they're like, your dopamine should never drop. That's what they're saying, right? Like, your dopamine should never drop, and we're kind of getting desensitized to it. That's why if the grid went down right now, we'd probably be more depressed than people in other countries, because we've been either at a steady pace of dopamine, or we've been desensitized to dopamine in total.
And then it's so far gone where as soon as kids or toddlers touch 3, they're putting them on tablets, they're putting them on this, and like they're just feeding the cycle, the greediness in you to keep having playtime or whatever, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
It's like certain things just have to be like phones and cars breaking down, or like we could solve world hunger, but we can't.
That's why, like, when I was growing up, like majority of my summer, like my mom and my dad are Jamaican, and they would take me back down to Jamaica, and like I would have to like basically stay at where my mom stayed at, and literally like back at home in America, me, my sister, and my brother all have our own rooms. In Jamaica, me and my sister and my brother sleeping on one bed in one room, and it's like a room probably as small as this, even smaller. So it's like through to experiences like that, there's only so much these things could teach you, and it's not until you experience something like in real life you can understand it more. Like even if I'm temporarily put in a situation where I'm homeless, I'm not gonna understand long-term homelessness. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna understand what that does to your mind. I'm not gonna understand. I'm gonna have a better understanding than somebody who's never been homeless. But like I'm not gonna have the complete understanding until I go through it. And that's the kind of the funny thing about life is.
I think that's Jack.
Oh shit! It must be. Oh shit!
I was just
Talk first.
Because it be so loud in here usually, so I never know.
Well, I mean, we wasn't playing on music. We were just like talking type stuff.
I didn't know if he was or anything.
But dude, the podcast was fire. We locked
If
in.
he was playing music, we probably not would have heard it.
That's what I mean.
honestly, Josh.
Imagine my phone's dead.
If you don't want to,
It is dead.
Yeah.
Why didn't you charge it up?
Because I thought the PS4 would charge it, but it didn't.
No, I got my own charger right here somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, I think I'm plugged into your charger. If that's it.
Right.
We have a lot now. Like,
Yeah. Well,
I was like, damn, why are you taking so long at the gas station?
you just plugged it in there.
Yeah. Second ago. I just realized that when you knocked, I realized that my shit wasn't charging.
Yeah, I tried calling on. I was like, damn.
Oh, you
I don't got no.
My shit dead, bro.
I'm like, God.
Damn, bro.
You know what's crazy? John said he feels like somebody was texting him, but he ain't got no service.
Yeah, but I don't have no service. I feel like somebody calling me, but I don't have no service.
Just sit outside for a minute. I wind up going.
As far as like evolution, not forcing it. Like, not forcing it, letting kind of like the vibes of like what I'm experiencing come to me, and just like putting myself out there more, being more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But like not comfortable to the fact where I'm putting myself in situations where I don't have influence over me. You know, like so it's just like me having the appreciation to like bring the people around me and like put myself in the situations where like, yeah, we need to experience this to grow. We need to experience this to kind of like see how the world is gonna take my art and perceive it the way they do, and kind of just take the feedback from everybody close to me, myself, obviously number one, and sit with it and just like, I bet growth can be done here. Let's do it. Like, let's take a chance. You know what I'm saying? Kind of just test run it and just keep it going, because that's all you can really do. Just keep being yourself and keep looking at yourself and seeing ways for improvement, and like depending on what way you want to go in. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what everybody with me gonna do, and like it's not just me, you know. Like it's bigger than me. So even if I got the biggest amount of followers or whatnot, like comes down to, we all artists. We all got steps to growing. We all could do what we want to get to where we want to be. And until everybody who I think is truly in my circle is where they want to be at, I'm not gonna stop until they get there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just me.
I mean,
I'm about to swag out though.
yeah. I mean, so listen. I mean, if you could shoot your shot at somebody right now, who you know, and you be like, yo, I got a little, you know what I'm saying? I got a little relationship with him, but I'm not really shot my shot yet. But you know what? I'm gonna shoot my shot. Who would it be? I'm gonna ask you these questions
That's the question for like that I know.
That you know,
Like that he knows, or like a celebrity.
Like the celebrity I know of.
She could be a celebrity, an influencer, social media person.
Yeah, perfect. So I got a top 3 for this. You gotta hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, Sophie Rain. We'd be the most dominant power couple. Not even because 1, she's bad as fuck, but 2, I just feel like our personalities mesh.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, number 3. And like not even number 3, number 2, Caribou.
We were talking about Caribou last time too.
Caribou, like I feel like me personally, compared to like the average man that really be in this field, I'm really not that much of a sexual person, and Caribou's not. And I feel like we would just be really great friends that kind of like build into that relationship that would like be genuine. You know what I'm saying? And number 3, That's a good question. Number 3, I'm going Camila Cabello. Because like she's interesting. I feel like she like be trying to play the nice girl vibe, but she got that freak side to it. Okay. And I feel like we could.
That's not the I Love It shorty, right?
Yeah, it is. Oh, okay. I feel like we could explore the world and kind of just like. How do I say this? Like PG-13 type of way. I feel like we could just fuck all over the world, like basically, like you know what I'm saying. That's but like I'm keeping it like respectful though. Like I'm not the type of nigga that's just like you know what I'm saying. Crush.
You making her suck your dick all over the plane, all around the world.
That's not what I said.
Yeah, you're not. You're not making her
all over the plane.
You're not making her do anything she wants. That's what you envision. Like we the couple, we the power couple, I just feel like, and we around the world with. I just feel like we can make magic.
I feel like on the basis level, with like all 3 of them, we would be like really cool friends. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I just feel like our personalities would match, and it's like obviously you know I'm attracted to him, but like.
You know what's so crazy?
I want to be like on some vibes like, oh yeah, I'm trying. Like I'm not no DGG shit. You know what I'm saying?
DGG, bro. That nigga's defense is crazy.
What comedy? Like a Gary Payton down there for real. I ain't mad at him though. I ain't mad at him. Like have it your way, bro. Like cause like yeah, like
I feel like if like especially Caribou as well, cause like she's openly stated like she hates when people like try to come at her trying to fuck type shit. Like right. I would be like obviously I'm interested like even before any of that. I'm like I just think she's a cool person. I like her music and I think she's like we'd be friends. Now just say I like and for me attraction like even if shawty's bad as fuck that's only one step. Like
early on though, come on, she gotta be. Whoever my girlfriend is, early on, you gotta be fucking me crazy. No offense, though. You just got to be because just think about it. We need it. We. I mean, me and her. That's how I would feel. Me and my needs. You feel me? That's why I say we. Me and my needs. I'm just saying though. Like that's just how I feel though. When I get a girlfriend first, you know, of course I got your mind, but I gotta see what you like too on that level. Cause I gotta see why. You know what I'm saying? They could have let you go because you had some weak pussy. You never know. Or they could have let you go because you was crazy. I'm just saying, the perfect bitch you ain't. How do guys fuck up with the perfect chick who got brains, money, and good pussy?
How do they? And why do they? Or from the bag.
Or out of them 3, one out of them 3, one of them that they prioritize. Like so say if a guy prioritized.
The Celtics coach.
What's that?
Brad Stevens. He cheated on Nia Long.
Oh.
Imagine.
He did, and she was beautiful, but you know what? Oh, that's right. I'm just being. It's my opinion. That's all. It's my opinion. Plus, he might have been washed. You never know. Could have been a lot of things. I thought he cheated. Oh, he did cheat on her, right? Damn, yeah. That's all. But yeah, it was a little off topic. That's just me though talking out. This is just a little. You know. But anyway, so let's get back to it though. So and he ain't say none of that. I said all that though. I remember a little. Wow. But
what's up with the air quotes?
Because you know,
bro, trying to cover his bases.
He remind me of Zed, bro. Like that's how Zed is.
But that's good. I might need to roll up again. That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to roll up again. But so I got another question for you too. So if there was an artist right now who's in the industry who makes some good, solid music. Not nobody from, well, it could be anybody, I guess. What would you do like a joint mixtape with right now if you could? Because the joint mixtape probably was going. I think that was some of the best times that actually people was coming up with some of the best music. Like Drake's to the Futures, to the Future. I mean to the Baby and Durk.
So here's the thing I say. Like features is one thing. Making one song with somebody is one thing. But a joint album, that's basically like whole creative process, kind of just creating a whole storyline. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So who would you be like? Yo, I would love to work with this person.
And I guess
somebody different.
Childish Gambino.
Childish Gambino would be tough. Like I would actually. There's not a lot of people I would like sit there and be able to like stay in the studio with hours without like, you know what I'm saying? But then again, I don't know celebrities like truthfully, you know what I'm saying? I only know what the media portrays them as.
I think could be honest.
But I feel like
or not celebrities or somebody close to making it, you know, upcoming with you, or you know, you just feel like for example, it could be like Rock Baby or
so
like that.
So I'm a
Skrilla,
I'm gonna say 3 people kind of like at different levels. For like who's really at the same level as me, like basically we just have to make the right moves to come up.
Right.
Like I'm thinking about this heavy too, man.
Yeah, think about it.
Who would you count as same level as you? Example
Besides Playboy Cardi, maybe, or like the, you know.
No, like when I say same level as me, it's like like the world don't know us yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so like somebody coming up that you know, like, yo, I heard his music. That joint was hot. I don't know who he is. It was hot though.
I'm gonna have to get 2 people. I'm gonna say.
You're Genie.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say, my boy Eek. What's that? I know him as Kitchens, but Eek. And 2.
Kitchens and who? Kitchens and who?
He hasn't come. He hasn't said
I'm gonna have to say, like, if I knew like a girl artist, I really want to work with a girl artist, cause like I feel like that kind of matches my vibe. But like,
that would be lit.
2, I would have to say Nick. If I'm being honest, because it's like, alright, so look, not even like, because I could have said AJ, could have said a bunch of people, could have said Sincere, but it's like Nick is lyrical and like he is going to try to hit, like he's gonna try and fuck up your mind, where like his, like I feel like his music is not like so one tone. Like you listen to like a song from him and like not only the bars are gonna catch you, like you would have to go back and listen, but like it's like the pockets he's hitting, you have to go back and like, is he on beat, is he off beat? And I feel like if somebody's questioning that in like a good type of way, because obviously, you know, there's bad types of ways, but like it's like it's gonna make you listen to it again. And I feel like with me, my songs are more built on vibes, so like I stay in pocket more, he jumps out of pocket. Like I feel like it could be like a yin and yang type of thing, where like he could bring lyrical sides out of me, I could bring melodic vibes out of him, and you know what I'm saying, like I feel like he would be able to craft my pen like more, and I would be able to bring out his vibes more. Like so, but and then with Eek, with Kitchens, he's like, he could sing and really like, you know what I'm saying, hit those vocal things, but like to me, when I listen to his music, I just feel like he lacked confidence. Like it's a difference between being in sync with the beat and just floating through the beat. So like I feel like, you know what I'm saying, we'll be able to really like break that, and kind of like, obviously production would have to be crazy on both sides, but like I feel like we'll be able to attack people at the heart, where like they're feeling the lyrics, but they're also like getting what they need to be getting through, like emotion wise. And like, but it's definitely like different. Like if you had to ask me like 5 to 6 features I would have on my song, it would be a different answer. But or like on my tape. But like if we're going up for someone more high up, that I would actually sit there and kind of build like a project with, like even knowing what it's gonna sell, because obviously I could just sit here and say like Drake and I'll sell a bunch. Like, but like I would say,
because I'm
Childish Gambino would probably be one. If not Childish Gambino, then Don Toliver, and then my second one, I would like.
Your sound will go good with Don Toliver.
I would like to say Tekka, but I'm leaning more towards Camila, because I feel like me kind of like, I be like melodic singing, like I basically be harmonizing, basically. But like there's times where I could like go hard rap too, like I'm really rapping. But like I feel like her giving me like the melodic, like, you know what I'm saying, the soft female euphoric feel when like they hit certain pockets, it'll kind of just flow with both of our styles. And like I feel like that side of music I've already like crafted my criteria in. Like I know about that more. Like so I feel like we'll be able to make something extremely crazy and kind of like take that vocal mastery and put it on and match it together with crazy unexpected production to give you a roller coaster of a ride of a project. And that's kind of where I'm. You get your ass over here. You get in the hot seat.
All right, bro.
That's how we do this, you know? We're gonna ask you some motherfucking questions. Get in the fucking hot seat.
How you do?
All right.
I was interviewing.
Nova, I got some tough questions for you, though. You know I got real tough questions.
We got 4 minutes, man.
We got 4 minutes. So listen, how did it feel that day when we got our camera stolen, or your camera stolen? But I say ours because like we was a team. But like, how did you feel that day? As soon as you found out, like, you know, how did you feel? Like, was it like run that back to me?
All right. The moment I realized my camera was gone, the first thing that came to my head was, am I gonna have to work at a restaurant? That's what I swear. I swear, dude. And then I was thinking about.
Talk to me, give me the feelings real quick. You know we ain't got much time. This is the last segment to this, and I need to know because you know we interview the interviewer, but we need to get the person who's shooting the interview, and that's you, Nova. And you know you can't make things happen without your camera, so I know that moment right there felt.
I didn't know Toxic was gonna bless us with this camera, bro. Right?
Yeah, do what you gotta do type shit.
And so that camera opened so many doors because it was so fat, and I'd be in public and everyone would be staring at it, and then like people would be asking me for videos and shit, and then like
Got 1 minute left.
It like evaporated into thin air, and so basically it felt like I was at the start, I was at the bottom of the roller coaster, and I had to climb my way up again. Like we all know what it's like to be liquidated and be at the very bottom. You tell yourself you never do it again.
You feel like your path to get another camera was far that you was like, damn, everything I worked for is just down the drain. It's gonna be like forever to get it back. Like,
but I mean, you took it with like
dude, I didn't lock my shit. Like I think like after that, like a day, because I was so like.
Yeah, once you get out the car, you're kind of just ready to move on with like whatever you're doing. So, I mean,
it is what it is. You know, shit happens.
But I mean, hey, I'm just glad that like you were able to bounce back and like you back out here working, because a lot of people they would give up after something like that.
Dude, a lot of people get scared out the city when some shit like that happens.
Yeah, a lot of people wouldn't even have pulled up to where y'all was at. You know what I'm saying?